All right, citing a podcast. I picked a different podcast from what I originally showed you in class, but I think it'll be better. So, this is the podcast I'm going to use. I'm going to use episode 5 of season 2 of Hope Through History. The episode title is Bloody Sunday: A Battle for Justice, and I'm going to kind of show you how this works. So, first things first, I need the name and the last name, then the first name, and then their role. So this one is by John Meacham. Let's make sure I get his spelling of John right, because there's 2 spellings of John. Yep, he uses that one. And then Meacham, Meachum, I think. Oh, A-M. John Meacham. And then that's not the right order, so I need to go Meacham, comma, John. I need a comma, space, and then another comma, and then he is the host. Sometimes there will be like a guest, and you might only be citing what the guest is saying. It could be that there's a guest host, right? So there's somebody that's on there, but he's the guest host, not the usual host. So you would want to cite whoever that is. So in this case, it's the usual host, John Meacham. And then I'm going to go over here, and I need the title of the episode. So, Sunday, Bloody Sunday, A Battle for Justice, copy. And I'm going to Control-Shift-Space there. All right, so that's in there. And I need to put that in quotes. And, period. There you go. I misspelled there. Oh, there we go. Quotes. Title of the program. Now, the title of this program is like the title of, you know how like an episode of your favorite TV show is got its own title sometimes, and then the TV show itself is named something different? This is kind of the same thing. So the title of the TV show goes in italics, for the podcast in this case, goes in italics, and it's Hope, comma, through, and then history, right, period. Don't need to italicize history. Control I will give you that weird little slanty writing there. No, need a period. I need a comma. Comma there. Okay. Season 2. Comma, and then episode 5, right? Let's double check that. Pretty sure it's episode 5. Yep, episode 5. Okay. Now, if they don't have a season or an episode, that's a thing that could happen. Don't freak out. It's okay. Not a big deal. You're just going to leave that section blank. Same thing if there's no host, or, it's like, I don't know. I imagine most of them have a host. But if they don't have a host listed, it's okay. Just leave that blank. Same thing that we would do if it's a website that doesn't have a host. We just leave that section blank. Skip to the next thing, which in this case would have been Bloody Sunday, but we know the host in this case, so we're using John Meacham, comma, John. All right, where was I? Oh, yes, sponsor. So this was sponsored by the History Channel, or is it, how do they term themselves? History. They're just calling themselves History. So we're going to go ahead and write History. It could be Oregon Public Broadcasting. It could be any number of publishers could do it. So in this case, it's just History. I need a comma there, and then the date. So when was this released? This podcast should have a date on here somewhere. Maybe it's in the details somewhere. Season 2. This trailer. I might have to edit this and figure out when this was originally uploaded. If it doesn't have an upload date, if we can't find it, we'll just leave it blank. But I'm hoping I can find that somewhere on here. I'll come back to this. I found it. So this is a good lesson can't find something, keep at it. You'll find it. It honestly took me probably a minute longer than and I had already tried with the pausing. But when I clicked on it and looked at it in Apple Podcasts, popped up right away, July 28, 2021. So if I go up here, it'll be, what was it, 28. So 28 July 2021, period, right after. Nope, comma still. Then I have to put the URL. So I'm going to put my URL there. So URL, and then, and now do I get a period? Do I finally get to use period? Yep, finally period. And then I'm going to do my access date. Accessed, and then it's 5 October 2023, period at the end. All right, now I need to put this in Times New Roman size 12, Times New Roman 12, and I want to make sure that jumps over, so enter tab, enter, gets me there this time. Need to change it all to be color black, and I want to take off the hyperlink. These are the other